Hi guys, welcome to my channel Yarn-addict, and today we're gonna nail down two more alphabets, that's F and G, using the Bobble stitch. This will be part 4 of my crochet alphabet Afghan series, so now is a good time to check out the previous parts for details of this pattern, as well as to get a quick refresher on the basics of this pattern, as well as the pattern for alphabets from A till E. Also, please consider subscribing to Yarn-addict so you are kept in the loop whenever I publish these amazing pattern videos. Okay, then let's start with the pattern for alphabet F. Okay, for the alphabet F, we're gonna start as usual with the slip knot and 14 chain stitches. Row number 2 is gonna be 13 single crochets. Skip the first chain stitch from the hook. Row number 3 and 4 are also gonna be single crochets in every stitch. So go ahead, do the foundation chain, row number 2, 3 and 4, wherein you should be getting 13 single crochets each. I will see you at the end of row number 4. For row 5, chain 1 and turn your work. On row 5, we need 2 pairs of a bobble stitch and a single crochet, but first we're gonna start with 3 single crochets. So start with 3 single crochets. And then do a bobble stitch. Followed by a single crochet and another pair of a bobble stitch and single crochet. After the bobble stitch, do a single crochet again and then you're gonna be left with 6 single crochets on this row. So finish off this row with 6 more single crochets. For row number 6, chain 1, turn your work and just do a row of single crochets in every stitch for row number 6. For row number 7, chain 1, turn, start with 4 single crochets. Followed by a bobble stitch. And then you're gonna do 8 single crochets on this row. Chain 1, turn your work, and for row number 8 it's just gonna be a row of single crochets, as you very well know. Okay, now row number 7 and 8 you're gonna repeat 3 more times, which means row number 7, 9, 11 and 13 is gonna be 4 single crochets, 1 bobble stitch and 8 single crochets, whereas rows number 8, 10, 12, 14 is gonna be a single crochet in every stitch. So go ahead and repeat rows number 7 and 8 3 more times, and I'm gonna see you at the end of row number 14. Okay, that's how my work looks at the end of row number 14. For row number 15, let's chain 1 and turn the work. And on row number 15 again we need to start with 4 single crochets. Followed by a bobble stitch. Followed by a single crochet and another bobble stitch. Okay, after this we need to do 6 more single crochets to end this row. Okay, so far so good. Chain 1, turn your work for row number 16. Just do a row of single crochet in every stitch. Chain 1, turn for row number 17. On row number 17, again start with 4 single crochets. And 1 bobble stitch after that. Followed by 8 single crochets. Chain 1 and do a row of single crochets for your row number 18. Now row number 19 and 20 is going to be identical to 17 and 18, which means that for row number 19 you got to do 4 single crochets, 1 bobble stitch and 8 single crochets, and row number 20 would be a row of single crochet. So do these 2 rows and I will tell you what to do next. Okay, for row number 21, chain 1, turn your work and start with 4 single crochets. One bobble stitch, followed by 3 single crochets, one bobble stitch, and end this row with 4 single crochets. Chain 1, turn your work and do row number 22, which is just a row of single crochet in every stitch. For row number 23, chain 1, turn your work and start with 2 single crochets. Do a bobble stitch next. Followed by a single crochet and a bobble stitch again. Followed by a single crochet and another bobble stitch. Single crochet and the last pair of bobble stitch and single crochet for this row. And you're gonna end this row with 4 single crochets. So in all we need 4 bobble stitches on row number 23. For row number 24, chain 1, turn your work and complete this row with a single crochet in every stitch. Okay, and the last thing that you're gonna do to complete the F alphabet is gonna be 2 more rows of single crochet, which will be your row number 25 and 26. So chain 1, turn your work and just do a couple more rows of single crochets as your row number 25 and 26. Okay, that's my F block complete, and let me enhance it with the borders like we did for all of the other blocks. If you want a quick refresher of the borders, check out the video for part 1 of the series wherein I've explained the border of the block clearly, and I'm gonna do the same thing for this, and let me show you how it looks all decked up. Okay, that's how beautiful and nice the block for the alphabet F looks, and I'm gonna proceed ahead to make the alphabet G. So for G as well, you're gonna start with a slip knot and 14 chain stitches, whereas your rows 2, 3 and 4 are gonna be rows of single crochet. So go ahead, do a foundation chain of 14 chain stitches and rows 2, 3 and 4, which would have 13 single crochets each, just like you did for rest of the alphabet blocks. Okay, for row 5, chain 1, turn your work and start with 4 single crochets. Do a bobble stitch next. Followed by a single crochet, and on this row we need 3 pairs of a bobble stitch and a single crochet. So that's one pair. Let's do a bobble stitch and a single crochet again. That's pair number 2, and we need one more pair. Okay, so that's my third pair, and after this I will complete this row with 3 single crochets. So in total, after the bobble stitch, you need 4 single crochets. Row 6 would be a row of single crochets in every stitch. So do that. Okay, and then chain 1, turn your work. For row number 7 we need 3 single crochets, one bobble stitch, followed by 5 single crochets, and a bobble stitch after that. Okay, you're gonna be left with 3 single crochets on this row. That was row number 7. Chain 1, do a row of single crochets, which would be your row number 8. For row number 9, chain 1, turn and start with 3 single crochets. And this row is gonna be similar to row number 7, which means it's gonna be 3 single crochets, 1 bobble stitch, 5 single crochet, 1 bobble stitch and 3 single crochets. Exactly what you did for row number 7. So let's do that. Five single crochets after the bobble stitch. One bobble stitch after 5 single crochets. And end the row with 3 single crochets. Chain 1, turn your work, do row number 10, which is a row of single crochets in every stitch. Alright, for row number 11, chain 1, turn your work, start with 3 single crochets, followed by a bobble stitch, followed by 3 single crochets. And do a bobble stitch after the 3 single crochets. Okay, and then 1 single crochet and another bobble stitch. And you're gonna end this row with 3 single crochets. Let me repeat this row pattern for you. We did 3 single crochets, 1 bobble stitch, 3 single crochets, 1 bobble stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 bobble stitch and 3 single crochets. That was your row number 11. Chain 1, turn your work and do row number 12 as a single crochet row. Okay, done with row number 12. Chain 1, turn your work. For row number 13, we're gonna start with 3 single crochets. Do a bobble stitch next. And rest of the stitches on this row are gonna be single crochets, so you're gonna get 9 single crochets on this row. Chain 1, turn your work and do a row of single crochets as your row number 14. After the row number 14, you need to repeat the last 2 rows, which are rows number 13 and 14, 3 more times, which means rows 13, 15, 17 and 19 are gonna be 3 single crochet, 1 bobble stitch and 9 single crochets, whereas rows 14, 16, 18 and 20 are gonna be just a row of return pass single crochets in every stitch. Repeat these 2 rows and you're gonna reach on row number 20. I'm gonna show you how to proceed from row number 21 onwards. Okay, once you have repeated rows 13 and 14 3 more times, this is how your work should look. And let's proceed ahead to row number 21. So for row number 21, chain 1, turn your work and start with 3 single crochets. One bobble stitch, and 5 single crochets after that. Followed by a bobble stitch. And end this row with 3 single crochets. chain 1, row number 22 is gonna be a row of single crochet in every stitch. For row number 23, chain 1, turn the work and start with 4 single crochets. And this row is gonna be identical to row number 5, which means we need 3 pairs of bobble stitch and single crochet. So let's do the first bobble stitch. Single crochet, and I need 2 more pairs like this. That's my second pair, and we need to do 1 more. Okay. After the last bobble stitch, you'll be left with 4 single crochets. So do that. Chain 1, turn your work, and after this you're going to do 3 rows of single crochet, which would be your rows number 24, 25 and 26. So go ahead, do that, and I'll show you in a minute how my work looks after the 3 rows of single crochet. Alright, the G block is done, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the 2 rows of gray on either sides and then the 2 rows of blue border, just like we do for every block. And let me just show you how that looks in a minute. I'll just be back. Okay guys, that's the block for alphabet G, and you can see how cute it looks already, and it's gonna look even cuter when we stitch it all together once we are done with all the alphabets. Thanks a lot for spending your valuable time with me today, and hope you like the patterns for F and G that we did today. I'm gonna see you soon with the rest of the alphabet patterns. Till then, stay safe, take care, and happy crocheting as always.